Uh, I am Clark West, MD, formerly professor of pediatrics at the University of Cincinnati College of Medicine.
Revered as a physician, scientist, division director, and associate director of the Research Foundation, Clark West was the embodiment of what's best about Cincinnati Children's. Dr. West arrived here for a fellowship in late 1948. When he passed away January 11th at age 95, he had been part of the Cincinnati Children's family for more than 65 years. His interest and pride in the hospital never waned.
I'd like to start out by saying that what is obvious, the institution has grown rapidly in the last few years. I frankly feel that the institution is becoming a national treasure. It is doing things that other hospitals cannot do, and that ability is increasing.
Dr. West helped lay the foundation for the institution we have become. Today, we're watching our new clinical sciences building go up. 50 years ago, Dr. West played a major role in launching our clinical research center.
Everybody came visiting as candidates for Dr. Weech's job. They said, "What you need is a clinical research center here." We agreed with them. But who was going to make the application? Well, it turned out that yours truly had to make the application. So I spent a lot of time on that application, and it was approved, gave us $2.5 million for the Clinical Research Center.
A few years later, Dr. West helped win another major grant that gave us the funding to put up our second research building, the Institute for Developmental Research.
Oh, the IDR building, I was involved heavily in that.
The IDR doubled lab space and allowed a large influx of scientists. In his own research, Dr. West exemplified the productive link between patient care and research.
My passion was research, actually. I started at Children's working in the lab, learning new methods, developing new methods, and I loved that. I thought of my primary role as an investigator, and an investigator who has as his raw material the patients that he saw in the clinic. I was quite conscientious in seeing every patient that came, at least seeing every patient who had a disease that interested me. I think in most institutions, there was nobody like me who saw patients consistently and could see how they progressed with a therapy.
Dr. West identified and found treatments for several diseases of the kidney. He's best known for his work on glomerulonephritis, first studied by Richard Bright in the 1840s.
Something like 120 years between Richard Bright, very little progress was made. We at Children's got interested in a protein in the serum, which is in low concentration, and we're able to measure it. Some of them, the level was normal, but there were quite a few who had very low levels. And we didn't quite know what to make of this, and I thought one approach would be to make a list of all our patients on whom we had kidney biopsies and give it to our pathologist, Jim McAdams, and see if he could put them into two groups. One day the telephone rang and Jim said, "I got two groups, come on down." That observation was followed by the development through us of a treatment for this disease, and a large number of patients have been spared having to have a kidney transplant because of that.
Dr. West retired in 1989, but continued doing productive research. He published his last research papers in 2008. Though he was always modest about his achievements, we are proud to honor him with a William Cooper Proctor Medal, Cincinnati Children's highest award.
As I look at the list of people who have received this award earlier, I really feel undeserving. But deserving or not, I wish to, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for giving it to me. And I must say that on my notes here, the thank you is in capital letters.
Ladies and gentlemen, though he is not with us to hear our applause, please join together in celebration of Clark West's life and achievements.